Guys, here we are, Stoomboy, the Combat Companion. So, show today is brought to you by Apex Mouthguard North. So, Apex Mouthguard North do some fantastic um, mouth guards, custom mouth guards, and so on. And again, there's a lot of science goes into it. They measure the mouth and all that. They get the proper dimensions of your mouth and so on. And the custom mouth guards are brilliant. I mean, you can set it to whatever design that you want. So it's definitely a must for any kind of MMA fighters, boxers, all that kind of stuff. But it's not just for that. It's for any kind of contact sports, whether it be rugby or do you know what I mean? Whatever it is you're doing. So definitely hit these guys up. Head over to Apex underscore mouthguard underscore north on Instagram. And obviously the guys over at Apex Mouthguard will sort you out. So we regularly see them at events that we do for young subs and sub series. So yeah, definitely check them out for some awesome stuff. So guys, going to be talking specifically today about young subs and sub series summer fight camp, which takes place in Marbella on August the 24th to the 28th. It's going to be an amazing week. Obviously, we've got some great coaches lined up already. Just to name a few, we've got Craig Spider McIntosh, Alan Pozzo, we've got the Swainston brothers, we've got Tom Crosby, Loz Fitzpatrick, Kev Corkill's going to be there as well. Santiri Ilias also going to be there as well. So it's a proper lineup. I think there's another one, but I can't off the top of my head. I can't think who the other one. I know he announced it recently. But it's going to be an amazing week. Unfortunately, we're going to be stuck with one of the guests that week, and it's obviously Mr. Moore, Mr. Dave Moore,
Big Mooch.
Big Mooch. Yeah. But obviously, David Moore, Mooch, obviously, Mr. Hard Life Fightwear. He's a pensioner, man, but he's a great pensioner. We absolutely love him. Still out competing. At what age are you, Mooch? What, 70 something? 65?
24.
But yeah,
Come on,
Mooch,
Stu. He's only 85. Come on, go easy.
Aye. But he's going to be there, man. He's going to be there on the week as well. And obviously, Mr. Submission Series himself, Dion Fitzpatrick.
Thanks for having us, brother.
It's absolute pleasure. It feels like it's been ages since we last seen each other. But it was only, a couple of weeks ago.
I'm fucking sick of the time here.
But obviously, Essex, great show. We had a really, really good time down there. Do you know what I mean? Really, really good show, which is going to take us on to Marbella. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, going to be the next show. I know we've got Grapplix coming up in a couple of weeks. But in regards to submission series and young subs, we're heading to Marbella in August. So, Dion, tell us about that. What was the thought process behind Marbella?
It's the first key step to get the brand into Europe. It gives the kids a great opportunity to fight international fighters as well, you know, which is what we want. It was funny because, you know, everyone knows me and Big Mooch over there. We're good mates. We probably talk on the phone every day for hours, probably too long.
Feels like a relationship sometimes, man.
Yeah, I mean, Mooch, obviously, a lot of experience in doing the camps of hard life, as everyone knows, over in Tenerife. We spoke about it. We wanted to obviously get the kids involved and, you know, not just the adults. We felt as though Tenerife, distance-wise, a little bit too far, 4 hours. You know, let's do it in Spain, then, you know, southern Spain, then in Marbella. And yeah, let's put on a training camp. You know, we always look at the risk factors as well. We didn't just want to, you know, put on a show and it doesn't work out. We wanted a training camp where it's 4 days, the kids are learning stuff, and then, you know, you get into that Spanish market as well. We've made a lot of friends on the ground there. Me and Mooch, you know, we've been a few times recently. Not last month, obviously the month before. Patrick Bitton, I think he comes in massively. Good friend of ours. He's got over 1,000 students alone just in Paris. He's got clubs in Tel Aviv, Miami, all over the world, and he is the highest ranked BJJ coach in Europe as well. So again,
he's a super cool guy as well. You're going to have some fun when you meet him. He's a really nice guy as well. But and his lineage is second to none. You know, he's an ex-training partner of Hickson Gracie, and You know, he trained with all the Gracies right from the start. I mean, we had a great conversation with him, Dion, didn't we? We had to look at all his the pictures of him. You know, he's fought with Damien Meyer and all these guys, so you know where he's coming from and his background. He's like, you know, his lineage is second to none. We also sat in one of his classes and watched him coach, and he was, you know, the techniques he was teaching were old school, but the details were brilliant, you know. So he's also going to be adding some real flavour to the camp as well. A lot of the old school stuff as well. So yeah, fantastic guy.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. We were blown away, really, just with the stories, the background. I mean, he does Krav Maga as well. He does a bit of karate,
Special forces, French foreign
special
legion.
forces, SAS. He'll, you know, show obviously everyone the medals when you go there. But the stories are just the mind blowing, and the knowledge as well. And he's got a very talented team, not just kids but adults as well, because we want our guys to obviously, you know, learn the techniques and stuff from the coaches, because we've got high level coaches flying in from the UK already. But at the same time, we want our guys to fight theirs as well, and he offers that service. So it's a win-win for everyone.
The fun thing is, we're going to be showing that as well, that we've got some fantastically talented guys in the UK. And the UK scene's absolutely buzzing now, isn't it? And you know, you can see with the young subs and the sub series, the talent in the UK now. So it's going to be great to watch some of our guys go up against some of the best in Spain, and it's going to be great to watch, and also great to make them, you know, build them bridges with people, and the connections that we're already making is going to be great for the future, for bringing them over to fight on sub series and young subs in the UK as well. So it's going to be, you know, it's making the show a bit more international with definitely higher level guys as well. So it's you know, it's a win-win for everybody, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, that's where Santini comes in as well. Obviously, we've got him doing the seminar. We know how high level he is, 2-time ADCC trials winner. He's got his club down there in Malaga. I mean, speaks for himself, really. He's got some really good, talented guys, male and female. But yeah, you know, it is Stoom. You know, we want to get into Europe. It's the key. You know, me and Mooch spoke about this a lot. It's just build relationships, build the bridges, and put the right people in the right spots. And also at the same time, you know, like you said, the kids coming through are just scary. You know, the talent is just ridiculous. It's just it's something else.
You only had what we seen last a couple of weeks ago down in Essex. Some of the kids down there, I mean, we all seen it, didn't we? The talent was just unbelievable. And the respect between the kids, for me, was also unbelievable as well. You know, they're all hugging each other, holding each other's hands up, even though they had like really tough fights. You know, they're all building little bonds, even though they're from Scotland and Manchester and London and whatever. But they all seem to get on. You know, if the coaches could have been a little bit more like that, would have been even better. The coaches just got a bit too passionate.
We'll not talk about that.
It was the north-south thing, wasn't it? That I think it did boil over a bit, but yeah. But
I think it's like you said, Mooch. The best way to describe it is passion, isn't it? Everyone, you know, it gets to the stage where it does become a little bit like the Super Bowl, where everyone wants to win. Everyone gets invested into it, don't they? So, but yeah, I mean, the good thing is, I mean, you got to remember, we do team events, but as far as we see it, it doesn't matter who wins. Everyone kind of wins as soon as you step on the mat. You know, we want to get the North involved, want to get the South involved. Obviously, the guys Central, we made some good friends. Obviously, Matt Rats, we've already got a champion in a few of the kids there. Ruby's already won, Marco's already won. Obviously, title belts, and we saw how talented those guys were, and they sent a big team down. So going forward, I expect them to be challenging for titles as well because of the talent level. So that's another great club, great coach as well. Ashwell, obviously, coach of the day, which was nice. But yeah, like we mentioned before, will we go back to the South? Definitely, 100%. I know, obviously, like we said, we had a little hiccup. We mentioned we're not going to discuss that and go into all those details, but there's good people everywhere. We've got to understand that, and we want to go down to the South again. We want to get to Ireland. We feel as though Ireland's a scene that's screaming for an event, and obviously Europe as well, and that's another reason why we chose Marbella.
Yeah, got Derek Steele just coming in saying that Marbella's going to be class, but he's not sure who's going to have to wear more Factor 50 on their heads. Is it going to be
that forehead?
Or is it going to be Derek Steele? Which one's going to be wearing the most? Do you know what I mean? So
we're going to be selling hard life hankies for all the old bald guys.
But yeah, I mean, obviously we talked about a couple of Santiri Elias, man, is I remember doing an interview with Santini a couple of years back about he was going to be going on Grapple Fest, man, and he's such an awesome guy. Do you know what I mean? Such a down to earth guy as well, and do you know what I mean? And his skill level, his technique ability, and stuff like that is second to none. Do you know what I mean? And which is why he's been one of the top guys, certainly coming out of Europe for a number of years.
Well, Kev Corkill trained with him in Thailand, didn't he, Mooch? The other week, I
Yeah.
believe.
Kev rated him highly, and we know how good Kev is. You know, like
Yeah.
Kev said, yeah, he was phenomenal. So, yeah, it's going to be like I say. I was saying to Dion in the last couple of days, the difference. The different styles of coaches that we've got, they all bring something different. You know, again, you've got guys like Alain Pozo, who's like, you know, a phenomenal coach. He runs one of the biggest teams in Europe. I've been with him, watched him coaching. You know, I mean, you've only got to look at some of his students. They're all winning European championships and whatever. And I've watched Alain, you know, fantastic guy. I've been to his seminars. Obviously, I've been graded by him now. But just watching him teach the confidence and the levels that these guys have got from years and years have been out there on the competition mats all over Europe, and they're bringing this experience to the camps. You know what I mean? It's phenomenal. We've got different competitors. We've got different style. We've got leg lockers. We've got guys who like Craig McIntosh, who specialises in sort of headlocks, front headlock systems and stuff like that. So everybody will be able to take a little bit of something from the camp, whether you are a leg locker or you're not, or you know, there's going to be something for everybody and different styles. You know, so it's going to be amazing to blend all these styles together. You know.
It's the young and the old as well. I mean, it's the new and the old school, because you talked about obviously the older guys like Patrick and even Santini. Santini's got a little bit of old school in him as well as the new school. And then obviously you've got the younger ones like Josh and Ben. Do you know what I mean? Who come from that new school of jiu-jitsu. Do you know what I mean? So
that's a good point. That's a good point, Stu, because sometimes you kind of look at it like in golf terms, the Ryder Cup, you put out your strongest pairings, knowing obviously you want to win. So with the coaches. And just to add on that, a great addition, we've got Michael Bowman, who's just joined, obviously, the team. Best mates with Loz, who's obviously good friends of ours anyway. The connection there, obviously, a dream team. They won down in Essex at the team event. A lot of people might not have seen this, but they were doing a lot of coaching for fighters that weren't actually from their club as well, going above and beyond. You know, we pick up on stuff like that. You've got the Liverpool Combat Academy. You've got obviously, you know, Michael's from, you know, MMA Academy. You've got Jason Tander, who's learned from him. So the connections there are great. And then at the same time, you got Ben and Josh, who's, you know, learned from Alain Pozo. So that's a nice three. That's a nice pairing. And then, you know, like you said, with the old and the new, you've got Patrick Bitton, who's more of an older style. So you've got that knowledge, where then Santiri is obviously more new, if you will. But you've got that international blend. So we're just trying to put the right people together. So, you know, our fighters are going to learn stuff, because in 5-10 years' time, I mean, they're already, you know, incredible now. But what you're going to learn from this course is going to be just next level.
Yeah. And it's different styles as well. I mean, it's obviously you've got the pure jiu-jitsu style, like Alan Pozo, Patrick, and so on, who are pure jiu-jitsu guys. Whereas then you've got, like, say, your Laws, Michael, Tom Crosby, MMA guys. Do you know what I mean? So it's an MMA style grappling that they're going to bring in as well. So it's different variations of grappling that you're going to learn from every single person.
Yep.
Well, what I learned a lot from the Tenerife camps was, like, you know, blending different coaches together and watching, like, for instance, Craig McIntosh and Kev Corkill, who ended up meeting together and training together, and watching them two exchange ideas and listening to them, and then, you know, like, I mean, if anybody's ever been to a seminar with Kev Corkill, I mean, it's another level, and how easy he can explain things and simply does it. I've never seen really anybody teach the way Kev does. You know, he's got his own style. Craig's got his own style. They've all got different styles of teaching. They've all got different techniques, but they're all fantastic. So, like, you can, like I say, you can pick little things. I've took things from them all to add to my game. You know what I mean? Over the years, just little details, and you know, the priceless. You know, these guys it took them years and years and years to work all this stuff out, and they're willing to just churn it over to us all. So it's like, you know, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Kev's do you know what I mean? He's absolutely awesome. He's a pain in the ass, right? But he's awesome. Do you know what I mean? He's been messaging me every week since Marbella got announced, telling me he's going to smash me. Wait till I get to Marbella. I'm going to smash you, Stoom. Do you know what I mean?
He fucking will as
Stoom,
well.
I'm sorry, Stoom, but my money's on Kev. Sorry.
But he's like, I'll bet you a bottle of Buckfast that I'm going to smash you. And I'm like, what? Do you know what I mean? What did I do
Kev,
to
you
you,
know
Kev?
what? Kev's one of the nicest guys you
He
can
is,
ever
he is.
meet. You know, he's phenomenal. He's he's done a lot for me over the last couple of years. The support I've had off him, you know, when things haven't been going great in certain competitions for myself, I've always had Kev to back me up and tell me to stop being gay and just get on with it.
That's like it. Kev says it as it is, man. Do you know what I mean? He just
Yeah.
there's no filter on Kev at all. Do you know what I mean? But
None at all, no.
I think he's awesome. I've obviously interviewed Kev a few times, and do you know what I mean? Such a nice guy, such a really nice guy. Do you know what I mean? So we're looking forward to seeing him over there. Even though he's going to smash me, do you know what I mean? We'll look forward to seeing him over there for sure. So
Stoom, we're going to be going around the clubs as well, filming some intros in regards to, like, you know, interviews and showing everyone, you know, what they're going to be learning as well, give them an insight. Like you say, the MMA side, we've got Tom Crosby as well, Cage Warriors, high level, you know, Craig, Laws, obviously UFC coach now. So yeah, it's going. Oh, Mooch is back. Mooch, can't hear you.
yeah, we can't hear you much. Look at that. Look, he's like an old man. He's like Mr. Magoo.
Liverpool Combat Academy, new gym. Yeah, we're going to be heading over to the new gym. We'll film Laws and the gang there. That'll be good.
Yeah.
That's Cody Steele.
Yeah, Cody Steele, Cody the real deal Steele. So
I think you're muted, Mooch. Can't hear you.
Yeah, he's muted himself. This is what happens when you got a pensioner. This is why we never used to give my dad the remote control for the TV. Do you know what I mean? Because this is the kind of things he did. Do you know what I mean? So,
is that it? I'm back.
There you
go. You're
back.
You're back.
He's back. Yeah,
I had to put my pedos on to see where it was.
So, but yeah, Marbella's going to be awesome. One of the things as well, I mean, we've got somebody that wants to come in and obviously talk about the Marbella. So, the Marbella trip. So, so yeah, let's send them an invite over now, but we won't mention who it is until they get on. Do you know what I mean? We won't mention who it is. So, but yeah, I mean, this person's looking forward to Marbella. They're looking forward to coming over.
I've got an idea.
So they are looking forward to coming over. Do you know what I mean? They're absolutely buzzing for it. They cannot wait. Do you know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean? This kid, as I say, he's been absolutely phenomenal on the show. Do you know what I mean? He's one of the kids that is an absolute finisher. Do you know what I mean? So, but let's bring the kid in, man.
It's got to be the forearm bar, hasn't it? Surely.
There's the boy, man. There's the lad. So,
yes, here he is.
Mark Foran, Mark Foran, Liverpool Combat Academy. Mark's been absolutely brilliant on the show. Do you know what I mean? The one thing about Mark is he's not coming to get decisions. He's coming to finish people. Do you know what I mean? And what he'll do is he'll put himself in risk. So then he'll pull off some amazing stuff. We talked about the forearm armbar. Do you know what I mean? We talked about goth locks and stuff like that. And do you know what I mean? This kid's been doing everything. Do you know what I mean? And he's been very, very impressive. And he's going to be getting a title shot in Marbella, Dion.
Yeah, he's on a four win streak now, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, with 4 submissions, I believe.
Yeah. The entertainer.
The last 3 submissions have been unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Like proper highlight reel finishes as well, Mark.
Yeah. That win in Newcastle at the Fed, that was a crazy fight, man. That was class. That was good.
Because that was the one you were getting beat. You were getting beat, but you pulled it back, man, and finished the guy, no problem.
Yeah, he was a good kid, him. Like coming up to it, obviously, I heard a lot about him, what he won and that, and he was beating me, but I knew he just didn't have the strength in his arms to submit me with that rear naked. So after the second time he attempted, I just let him tire out, and then he come on top, and then that's when I got the bottom goth lock.
Yeah. And it was such an awesome finish as well, man. It was such especially after Liverpool doing that crazy armbar finish. Do you know what I mean? They then go into the next one in Newcastle, pull off the goth lock, and then do the same thing again in Essex. Do you know what I mean? So it's been a great last 3 shows anyway. It's been absolutely brilliant for you.
Yeah, it's just like it's a weird submission. Like it's dead unorthodox. No one really knows what it is. Like even in the gym, I still catch people with it now.
Yeah.
Coming up to like me fighting that obviously, and me last I think 3 MMA fights. I've finished with the Gothlock.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And that's the thing.
it translates to both.
Yeah, yeah, and it's awesome to watch, and I mean that's what we love. We love seeing people that go out there and finish people. Do you know what I mean? That's what we want to see, and the reason I want to see it is because Dion puts on about 100 matches, so I want the matches over as quickly as possible. And the thing with you, Mark, is you come out and you get it over, done and dusted as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's right too. Especially when I'm not far away from home.
You don't get paid for
Especially when I'm
overtime.
not far.
Tell us about Marbella for you there, Matt. Obviously, you're going to be heading over to Marbella. You're coming across. Obviously, you and the family. Obviously, going to be a great holiday as well as great training as well. And I mean, you're lined up to train with some absolutely awesome coaches. Obviously, Laws, Michael, and stuff like that. But there's going to be other coaches you might not necessarily know, like Craig McIntosh, Aaron Pozzo, the Swainston brothers, Santiri Ilias, Tom Crosby and stuff like that. So what's it going to be like, obviously, sharing some knowledge with these guys in August?
Yeah, I don't really know. I am really looking forward to it. Can't wait. Hopefully, get a few hard rounds and see what they're like over there. See if I can get any on my size. But I can't wait. I think it's going to be boss. I
Yeah,
think it'll
I think
be
we've also
one of the,
we've got a few of a lot of the Spanish kids coming over as well. So hopefully you'll be getting some good rounds in with Spanish kids as well that you've not, you don't know what their styles coming in with and stuff like that. So it'd be good to see you guys get stuck into them. We've got some good open mats as well. You know what I mean, to get plenty rounds in and that as well. Not just the classes. We're gonna try and get plenty rounds in as well. It'd be good in the heat. Should be some good rounds getting put down.
Mate,
yeah.
Matt's beating kids up in Manchester, Newcastle, Sunderland, Liverpool, Essex, and now we're
Yeah.
going to Spain, man.
Just
He's going
put
to be beating up
Marbella on
kids
the
in
list.
Spain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
It'll
good
be
point though,
good fun.
Mooch, because we've got the open mats as well, because you don't, I mean, as good as it is, you do want the techniques and stuff, but you want to be drilling, your chance to talk to your mates and stuff, because it can be a lot to take in, so it's a good chance to to drill. And also at night, I think Patrick Bittens is going to be a little treat for everyone, because he's got so many kids, all levels, so that's going to be good. And he does MMA as well. So for you guys, I think he does a lot of Muay Thai. I think it's more based on that. But there is some MMA in there as well, which would be nice. And Krav Maga, that's elbows, knees, that covers a lot of dangerous ranges as well.
Yeah.
But in regards to training, let's go through that, because we've got the Flow Academy for the juniors. 3 hours in the morning, pretty much 3-4 hours, and then at night, obviously Patrick Bittens. For the adults, we got the Real Club Paddle. They've got 9 till 4. Obviously, that will be 1-to-1s. We've got the open mat. So in the mornings, I think Mooch, did we say 9 till 12 and then 12 till 2 open mat? Something along those lines.
Yeah, we've got 7 hours, haven't we, at the paddle? Is it
7 hours each day. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we might do on the day, we're probably going to split it up into. There might be a couple of coaches coaching in different areas, and people can pick and choose who they want to train with, and then we're going to put some, basically just open mats on hour here, hour there, so we can just drill and roll and get just get some rolls in. We all like to get the rounds in as well. Do you know what I mean? But there's going to be that many different styles as well. It's going to be awesome, really. So yeah.
Just got a comment coming in there. Melanie Craven, just saying, can I just say and reassure those that are also new to jiu-jitsu, especially females, that my first into jiu-jitsu was the Tenerife camp and had such a great time. There was no pressure for anything, but had some fun learning in a no-pressure environment. The camp will be awesome and buzzing, so looking forward to learn from so many different people. Mel, could you leave Mooch at home and you just come yourself? Do you know what I mean? Just leave Mooch back in the house.
That's a good point, though, Mel. That is a good point. We've actually had probably nearly a record of people that's actually not fought on the show before, or this is the first time that no martial arts experience, and they have asked, can we jump on the course, or is it going to be too advanced?
It's for all levels, in it, especially we want to get the females on there as well. I mean, we've had a few females on the camps in Tenerife. It's they're all welcome, all different levels, and it's going to be it's for everybody, and obviously the higher levels as well. it's good for the beginners to train with higher level guys. You know, you're not going to get hurt. They're going to look after you and you know, help you get better. You know what I mean? That's what these camps are for. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So for everybody from any level is going to benefit from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And one thing I know that obviously, Mark, you're going to be coming over for obviously the summer the
Coming for
fight
the
camp
strap.
itself, but you're coming over for the belt, man. I know you're coming
Yeah.
over. You're going to be training, but your main purpose is to come take that gold from Spain and bring it back home to Liverpool.
Yeah, I can't wait. To be fair, to be honest, I think whoever they match with over there, they don't know the Gothlock. He just won't. So I think another Gothlock in Spain and come on with the belt. I think that's how I get it done.
What
He'll
I mean is, I
be
mean,
walking around Marbella on the night with his belt
oh yeah,
outside all the bars.
oh 100% it'd be walking
Yeah,
about Marbella.
be partying in my bay with my belt on.
What would it mean as well, obviously, to be the champ? Because I mean, you've been around the young subs. Do you know what I mean? For a number of shows. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you've seen Noah Tyndall obviously winning the belt and stuff like that. And do you know what I mean? You've seen the kind of highs and lows of people fighting for it, not getting it, and all that kind of stuff. But what's it going to mean to you to get that title, to take that title home?
For me, it'll be my biggest accomplishment in BJJ so far.
Yeah.
Like it will mean quite a lot to me because Jits, I've only been training 2 years, and to go
Wow.
out, so
Wow.
to go out in Marbella and fight and win a belt, it'll mean a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
Be our first champion overseas, dude.
yeah.
Hey?
First champion,
Yeah.
first overseas champion. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that'll be the first.
Groundbreaker.
Do you know what I mean? That'll be the history. It'll be like, who was the first person to win a title over in outside of the UK? It was Mark Foran. Do you know what I mean? So, but before that, Mark, you've got a title fight coming up next weekend.
Yeah, in MMA.
Where's
Can't
that?
wait. It's
It's gonna
in the Adelphi Hotel in town.
Raw MMA. So he's going to be fighting for the title, Raw MMA. Obviously, Mark's on. Noah's fighting for a title as well. So, so tell us about that. Obviously, you're going to head over there. You're getting ready. First of all, weight. How's the weight doing? You still got a weight cut to do?
Yeah, weight's fine. Got a water load now, Monday. Drop down a bit, and then from there I'll be sound.
Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously look forward to it. I think it's me, Liam Mulligan's on. I think Dylan Awen's on the next week.
Mhm.
The week after. So me and Noah are on for 2 world title fights.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's looking like a really good fight. It's
Yeah,
looking like a good kid show.
Yeah.
I
Let me ask
I
as
was
well.
with their media team today, actually, the Hook Group and all that. Small World. They cover a lot of the MMA shows.
But let me ask. Obviously, we see Mark walking out on the young subs stage. Have you ever seen any kid walking out on that stage as confident
I was just
as
about
Mark
to say that. Yes,
when he walks out? And he's not just like that in jits, but he's like that in MMA as well. He walks out exactly the same, just full of confidence, because obviously he's confident in his abilities. Do you know what I mean? What he's going to do, he knows what his game plan is. He's coming out to do it, and that's why he's so confident. And as I said, we've seen a lot of confident kids come on the stage, but yeah, nobody like Mark. Nobody like Mark at all.
For me, I think it's the mentality that you've got to have to do that. Like, you can say that you're confident, but deep down you might not be as confident as you say. You've got to really believe in your ability to give off that type of that vibe, and you got to believe in yourself to do that.
It's
You
not
have
just
to.
believing in yourself. You've got to put the work in. You guys know that you're also putting the work in. That's why you're confident, because you're coming out. You put the work in. You know, when fighters put the work in, they ooze confidence, don't they? Because they know they've done everything they can do. You know what I mean? So, and that when we watch you come out, we know you put the work in. Someone's gonna have to go something to beat you guys. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, for me, in my head, someone's going to have to be training 6-7 hours a day to beat me. Because I'm training 4 hours a day, plus me running, plus whatever else I'm doing. Like, in my head, I don't think no one's beating me unless they're doing more than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't think it's enough.
Nah, Definitely. And listen, you're 100% right. I mean, I talk about the Liverpool kids all the time. Do you know what I mean? I'm always talking about Scousers, this, and do you know what I mean? How good they are, and so on. And do you know what I mean? And that's because even the kids as young as like Joseph Taylor and stuff like that. I mean, Joseph Taylor, man, he was away over in New York. He was putting in training time in New York while he was away on holiday. And do you know what I mean? And like kids as young as Joseph Taylor. Do you know what I mean? All the way up to the kind of older kids, like say your Noahs and obviously Mark and so on. And they're training like professionals. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference between the kids that over there in Liverpool Combat Academy and maybe kids in other gyms. Do you know what I mean? That are maybe hobbyists at the moment. So these kids, they've got a dream. I mean, Mark wants to be head at UFCs and things like that. That's where he wants to go. So how does he get there? He does all these small goals to get there. And then, yeah, we're going to see this kid in the UFC at some point in the very near future.
Yeah, hopefully the next six odd years. Hopefully that. Hopefully early 20s. I'm aiming for.
Like you say, Stu, it's the training, but I think for you guys, the mindset as well. You've got a very good coach, you know, and it's drilled in and it's practiced, and like Mooch said, it shows, doesn't it? You know, there's a reason why you guys are so confident. You know, when you go on the mat, do you know what I mean? The work's been done, hasn't it, in the gym?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always say to Kev, it's no accident. You know, it's not. You know, these lads when they come out when they're in shape. Dorian Yates said something years ago when they said to Dorian, "Do you not worry about your competitors?" And he used to say, "I don't worry about anything because nobody can have done any more than me, and nobody can have trained as hard as I've trained. I know they haven't because it's not physically possible." And like what Mark's saying there, he knows he's putting the work in. You know, he's also got great coaches, a great team around him. But not just that, he's actually putting the work in himself, the self-motivated, and that's why they've got the confidence when they come out. For me, that's where it all comes from, hard work. You know what I mean?
No,
And
definitely.
I think the rule set as well is really good for you guys. Also, for the MMA background, you've got more options, which you kids need. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know you wanted to touch up on that, Mooch, a little bit on the rules after the last show.
Yeah. What do you mean about the people not understanding the like submission attempts and stuff?
Yeah, more submission attempts. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, what we'll do, well, before we go, Mark, what we'll do is I'll let you go now, right? But Mark, I appreciate coming on. Do you know what I mean? Listen, me and
Yeah,
you are
no
going to get a
worries.
chat. Me and you'll have a chat. Me and you'll do a video interview at some
Right,
point.
get out,
Do you know what
get
I
out
mean?
while you
So,
can, because Stoom keeps us all here all night. So this is your opportunity.
but we'll get an interview. We'll do it after Raw. Do you know what I mean? We'll wait until after you've done with Raw and stuff like that. So, but Mark, before you go, anybody you want to shout out to? Any sponsors, friends, family, teammates?
Yeah, right now, what I'm wearing, Mersey attire. If you just go on the page, pick whatever you want. They've got a few good deals on. You get it through. I think you might get a free lanyard when you order.
Yeah.
And if you use my discount code 4 and 10, you'll get an extra 10% off.
Nice one, nice one. Some awesome stuff, Mooch. The Mersey attire stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely awesome. I know
Yeah, boss.
he comes out wearing the hats and stuff like that and the walkouts, and do you know what I mean? There we go, man. Do you know what I mean? So that guys definitely head over to Mersey attire. So,
Yeah.
but Mark, listen, have a good weight cut next week. Do you know what I mean? I hope all goes well.
Best of
I know
luck.
you'll be
Best of luck,
ready,
man.
and best of luck
Thank
next
you.
next
Thank you
week.
very much.
Mike,
All
good
right.
luck next weekend, bud, and
Nice
say
one.
hi to your dad as well.
I will do. Nice one. See you later.
Cheers,
We'll
brother.
be looking out
See you
for that
later.
golf flock. Good luck, man.
Good lad.
Yeah, awesome kid, man. Awesome kid. Absolutely.
He is a great kid.
He is. I mean, as I said, he's one of the kids. Do you know what I mean? Ever since he came onto the show, do you know what I mean? And as we talk about that walkout, the confidence and stuff like that, and he's the most scouse-looking person in the building. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always laugh about this man, and I've talked to him about it as well. And do you know what I mean? Just a great kid. Do you know what I mean? And he's one of the kids. I mean, a lot of kids they look up to. A lot of the younger kids look up to people like Mark and like said Noah and Marlo Jones and do you know what I mean? Loads of other people. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
So,
you as a referee, I listen to them. Some of the advice they're giving to the younger kids, the coaching, and
yeah.
like some of these young kids are like they're more or less like advanced coaches themselves now. They're that good, you know what I mean? Like look, Noah and like, you hear some of the stuff, like it's great advice that they're getting, you know. So like at that age to be that advanced at that level of the knowledge and everything else, you know, God knows how good they're going to be in years to come. I said to Dion and some of the lads when we came back from some of the earlier sub-series, I used to say, God, the kids from Liverpool are just on another level at the moment. They're just,
They
you
are.
know, like,
They are.
you know, and they all bond together and help each other. And even from different gyms, they all train together. So, you know, it's a credit to the coaches, but also to them, you know, they really are putting the work in. They're upping the game. And if, like the show down in London, if even the best in London can't deal with them, you know, they're just phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So God
We
knows
saw
how
that
good they're
with
going to be.
Yeah, we saw that with Kobe Longworth goes up to Liverpool Combat Academy now and
Yeah.
trains. Do you know what I
And
mean?
look how much he's improving.
Well, look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Noah
he's
Tyndall,
2
yeah.
all this year. Yeah,
Yeah, Noah
shows, doesn't it?
Tyndall's cornered him and everything. Do you know what I mean? So Noah cornered him before he even went training with Liverpool
Mhm.
Combat Academy. So
They're a team. They're a team. I went there filming before, and it's just
yeah,
so family oriented. Everyone's got each other's back. They all go out. You know, when one's fighting, they all go out, and that's just can't beat that, man. It's hard.
yeah,
You can't beat something when everyone's together. It's amazing. It's good to see.
yeah.
Good to see, man.
We're going to touch on the rule set. So obviously, again, this happens every show. People don't really understand the rules. Even though there's a rules meeting in the morning, the coaches are the ones that come into the rules meeting. Sometimes coaches don't make the rules meeting because of traveling and all that kind of stuff. So, but the rules are clearly they're on the Instagram pages. Do you know what I mean? They're in the bio. They're tagged there. Do you know what I mean? It's on the website and stuff like that. So. But there's always, I mean, after every show, there's always somebody talking about the rules. Do you know what I mean? And it's a minority, usually 1 or 2 people. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear the rule set up now. Obviously, Mooch is the one of the referees. You've got Mooch and Big Constantine. So the rule set is something that I laughed because somebody said to me at the Essex show, "You guys don't know the rules," and I'm like, "We wrote the fucking rules." Right, so how do we not know the rules? Right, so
The main problem that we have, well, not the problem, but the main concern is when towards the end of the fights, you've got coaches shouting out, you know, they're more or less telling them, you're winning this fight. You've had more sub attempts. You've had this. They're not judging whether the sub attempt is a sub attempt. And what we're saying is a sub attempt has to be defended. You know, it has to be actively defended by the person that the sub's going on. There's lots of, you know, people can throw your arm around your back, and that doesn't mean it's a rear naked choke. A rear naked choke is when it's sunk in and that the person's actively defending to stop the choke. If they don't, they're getting submitted. You know, so like these people saying he's up 3 subs, he's up 4 subs. So we, as referees who are watching in close, we're looking to see, is this guy in trouble, or is he's not bothered about this? Because it's not, you know, this guy's trying to throw an half-ass sub attempt up just to try and to you know, like sort of kid the judges. But we're not daft, you know. You know, like I say, I compete a lot. I've competed for years. I'm a black belt. You know, and you know, Constantine's competes all over. He trains a lot.
Constantine competes at a high level as well. I mean, we're talking IBJJF level, multiple champion as well. So
you know, so we know what we're looking at, and then obviously if the submission attempts aren't there, then we're looking at, you know, dominance in position and guard passing, takedowns, things like that. These are all, we're not scoring them as points, but it builds up a general picture at the end of the match. You can more, you know, I can tell who's dominated a match or who's winning the match. It's, you know, 99% of the people can, apart from sometimes the coach, who's obviously going to, you know, vouch for their guy. And I understand that, but at the end of the day, it's up to us to give a fair opinion of what we see, and what we see and what we judge. That's the decision we make, and we'll stand by it. We've refereed hundreds and hundreds, thousands of matches. Looking back over them, have I got the odd decision wrong? Debatable, odd 1 or 2, but most of them I'll stand by every single one of them. You know, because, you know, and it can be really difficult. We've had some really close matches, and if they are really close and we can't decide, then we'll give them overtime, and then generally that sorts it out. You know what I mean? But for people to come up, I had one coach come up. I won't mention the name of the team or anything, but one coach come up after Liverpool and said, "Can you explain the rules to me?" I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, it's submission only, mate. It's young subs. It's about submissions." And they went, but my person, I won't say girl or boy, dominated the match. I went, yeah, but they had no submission attempts. The other kid had 3 submission attempts. So the win. Well, we've spent a lot of money to come here. I said, well, what do you want me to do? Give you a win because you've spent a lot of money to come here. I'm judging the match on the submission attempts. It's simple as that. So you can cry all you like, and I'm, you know, I don't want to be awful to people, but that's the way it is. We're judging it on our rule set, and if you don't like that type of rule set, there's plenty of other competitions that have IBJJF or
they have that rule set.
But everyone knows when they come to this, it's a submission only show, and people are looking. We want to see submissions, and the crowd want to see submissions, and that's what we're there for. We offer the kids more submissions than they can do in some of the other competitions. So we're allowing Darcy's and Anacondas and straight footlocks and stuff like that at certain ages, and the kids love it. That's what they want to do, because they want to test them. Look at like kids like these pulling off goth locks and that at 15-year-olds. You know what I mean? It's phenomenal.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And that's what we want to see. This is the future of grappling in the UK for me. The young subs is setting the standard, I think, to be honest.
I think Mooch, I think that's the best way to describe it. A sub attempt is where someone has actively got to do something where they're defending. Like my mate Jack Tiley, the amount of times people put, a lock on him, a foot lock, and he's just waving his finger like it's not going on. It's not going on. So we're not going to count it. So sometimes you'll hear people shout, "Yeah, well, I've got 4 tiers 3." Well, yeah, but the arm slipped out. We're not going to count. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be.
But also, Dion, on the flip side of that, as a referee, somebody might, if I look at it and I think that footlock's on, even if he's going like that, if I think it's on and he's actively defending it, whether he's trying to kid that it's not on, you know what I mean? Yeah. We'll still class it as a sub attempt. I'm not, it's down to the referees that we can look and we can tell. Is he grimacing? Is he in pain? Is he fucking blagging that he's not on? It's on. I can tell.
You'll have the best view, won't you?
Yeah, but other people who are 20 yards away or in the crowd can't see, and they start screaming and shouting. They don't know what they're looking at, and they can't see what we can see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So it is, but I mean, first and foremost, it's submission. Come out. Do you know what I mean? We always talk about that. And remember, Dana White said this years ago: do not leave it in the hand of the judges, because if you leave it in the hand of the judges, somebody's not going to be happy. Somebody is going to be happy. Do you know what I mean? So why would you leave it in the hand of the judges? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's kids
on a submission show. On a submission show, you know.
I think as well, Stu, it shows the quality on both sides that a lot of fights do go the distance because it is that close. Do you know what I mean? Like that's where the level is getting.
As well with the matchmaking, we're not throwing kids into the lions, and that we don't want to see kids come out and just get murdered in 30 seconds, because it's not fair, and it's not what we want to watch. We want to watch guys who are the same weight, the same belt, the same sort of talented pool and stuff, and have some really good fights, and whoever wins, all fair.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can have an off day, you can have a great day, but I mean, when it comes to matching, if you win your fight, fair enough, you've won. But even if you lose your fight, you're still taking something from that fight. Like it's not, for us, we're not going to put mismatches because it makes no benefit to anyone, to the fighters, and also the show. And we want to put exciting fights on. It's just. That's just ABC.
Sorry. For instance, look at Cody. Cody Longworth. He's had a few, really tough matches and lost, but he keeps coming back. Now he's turned the corner. This year he's been phenomenal. You know what I mean? So sometimes, like we say, the losses, especially for the younger kids, it's just a learning curve for them. They're going to go on to be better because of the losses. Sometimes you learn more off a loss than you do off a win.
Yeah, that was the thing. We talked about Abby Frame. Abby Frame was the perfect example. First three, some young subs couldn't get a win at all, and then suddenly gets a win in Edinburgh, and then she was fighting for a title, and then she'll be back. She'll be fighting for the title again very, very soon. Another couple of wins, she's right back in the mix. Do you know what I mean? Yep. So, and that's the thing. Do you know what I mean? It's that never give up at all. But the rule set, as always, first one submission. Submission finishes the match. The second one is concrete submission attempts. It has to be a defended submission. So it can't be grab the wrist. Oh, that's a wrist lock. That's not a wrist lock. Do you know what I mean? So it has to be a defended submission for it to be counted as a submission attempt. Then if there's no submissions, then we look at positional dominance. So what did you do? So in normal comps, it would be a scoring position, like a side control, a guard pass, a back take, a mount position. All these are scoreable positions. All right. So if there's no submission attempts, then we look at the scoreable positions. And then if in the event there's nothing, then it's going to go into overtime. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got 1 minute to finish the match. You've got 1 minute. Somebody's going to win it in that 1 minute. So, and that's pretty much the rule set in regards to how you're going to win it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, there's different submissions and all that kind of stuff, which obviously takes us on to the comment that we've got. We've got Cody the Real Deal Steel just saying, what's Spanish for our feet on the menu? So, so, so Cody's going to. This is the thing, right? If you remember Barry Monroe was speaking French to that French kid. Do you know what I mean? He was telling him he was going to smash him and stuff like that in French. Cody's going to be walking about Marbella saying in French, "Our feet on the menu." Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, I'd say the submissions again. It's a some ages allow footwalk, some don't want footwalk, so it's an agreement between coaches as well. So
yeah, I mean, it's one of them. I mean, we go 13 plus just to be on the safe side because you have got to watch with kids or the little bones. But if you look at our history, we've had next to no accidents in regards to the straight footlocks. I mean, the kids they know how to do them. It's funny
They
because
also
if
know how to
I've
defend
had
them.
kids who've been disappointed when we took them out.
yeah,
we watched some phenomenal leg lock battles, especially some of the girls. You know, I've been like, wow, well, like what is going on here? You know how good they are. You know, some of the leg entries and stuff from these young kids. Obviously, they've been training them for quite a long time in the gym. I know some gyms don't. Now, I've nothing against that as well. Do you know what I mean? But in the new game, especially the submission grappling, the leg locks are there. You know, you only got to look at all the best adults. You know, look at like the Ben Swenson and that. You know, the attacks and that they're bringing them from everywhere. So it's like, as a kid, I think moving forward in jiu-jitsu, you've got to be aware of them. You know what I mean? You've got to at least be training them in this state if you want to compete in submission only grappling. Definitely.
yeah.
You know?
So obviously, guys, Marbella. Monday, the 24th of August to the Friday, I believe, Friday the 28th of August. So obviously that full week, training for the full week. Obviously on the Friday, there's going to be the competition on the Friday, Dion.
Yeah, so 4 days of training. We'll finish up on the Friday with the competition. Again, that's going to be on the beach, which will be nice. We've got the after party there as well, haven't we, Mooch? Which will be good.
Yeah.
Everyone can, get together, celebrate.
We actually went down to the beach. It's absolutely amazing. You know,
yeah. So
the
beach is in Estepona, where the comp will be, but you want to be based near the Port Benouche area because you've got the paddle club there, and literally up the road, that's where the Flow Academy is. So you've got that side. So if you're going to locate yourself in regards to travel, keep costs low, I would obviously, recommend there. And then San Pedro is where, Bitten's club is based, which is probably about 5 to 8 minute drive, if that. It's not far. It's literally the next town across. Nice Spanish little crowd. And we've done it in Estepona for the comp just because the beach is amazing. It's nice, it is very nice. And again, Bitten's connection, isn't it, with the French cuisine restaurant.
We met the team. We met the team. What a super nice set of guys, weren't they? And they're going to put they're going to put a big spread on for us, like a buffet and everything. They've got a sound system. Obviously, myself and Lee are going to be doing some DJing as well on the night. Play some,
no DJ disaster.
No DJ disaster. We might have to pull him out of.
We'll find out when Mooch gets playing.
But no, it should be good vibes. I mean, the beach is unbelievable. It's so nice, and it's going to be really warm. So make sure you bring your sun cream.
Yeah. That's proper old school because that's the way the Brazilians did it back in the day. They still do it where they roll on the beach, they train on the beach and stuff like that. So
we're going to we've spoiled them though. We're going to build a bit of a cover over the actual matted area, so we're not in the direct sunlight. Or I think it would be, especially now, because it would be like ridiculously hot. So we're also going to try and do the competition a bit earlier to get it out the way before the real heat of the day. So and then we can have a bit of a party with the music and chill out and have a load of beer and get smashed.
But that's for the adults. Kids, you guys are on the lemonades.
Hey?
Mooch, talk about what you're going to take as well, because I know you mentioned about, caps and vests and all that, because we've got, as of this week, me and Mooch speak a lot, and we mentioned going forward, I want Hard Life to cover all the clothing for young subs and submission series.
So we're going to
Um,
be doing some official merchandise right through sub-series and the young subs, but also we're going to be doing some special stuff for Marbella. Obviously, like a little of the tokens for for being there on the camp. So we're gonna do some really cool stuff, which will be official merchandise available on the website and on through sub-series as well. So yeah, look out for that. We've got some cool designs coming from Mr. Rob Collier in the next few days. So yeah,
yeah,
it's
no,
gonna
it's
be cool.
exciting. Yeah, well, Mooch, you were
When
showing me some mock-ups, wasn't you? And the designs are just crazy. So
yeah,
yeah, going forward, we want all the clothing side to be handed over to Mooch, to look after all that for us, and it'll be great for our grapplers as well. He's got some great ideas, great colours and stuff. It'll be nice.
But we also want to get back to, we spoke about this about Hard Life being like a family brand and stuff. I want to bring
yeah,
it back to that where we're we're actually getting behind, because one of my main things when I started the brand was to get behind all the young fighters and people, people who couldn't afford stuff. I like to give, we like to try and support people who can't really afford all the expensive stuff. So we will also be giving giving something back. We're gonna sponsor some young fighters, even not big names, but people who need a bit of a help and whatnot. We'll be there to help them. Any profit that we get out of it, we'll be there trying to put it back into the sport that's done well for us and for everybody else. So
yeah,
that's one of the main goals now with Hard Life, as we regurgitated this year. We really want to start to support a lot of the youth and a lot of the talent that's coming through. So look out, we're going to be picking up some youths to represent the brand soon as well. So yeah, there's a lot of good news coming, but yeah.
big plans. Yeah, big plans, definitely. And then obviously, last thing, Dion, Grapplix, Liverpool, couple of
Yep,
weeks away.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so guys, the registration's still open. Normal registration's open just now up to the 21st of April. And then after the 21st, it goes to late registration, just like any other competition. So if you're getting registered, get registered now because it's cheaper now. Obviously, it'll be a bit more expensive come the 21st of April. So also, the registration runs out on the 1st of May, guys. So make sure you're getting registered before the 1st of May. So, but Dion, tell us about that Liverpool. That's going to be awesome.
Going to be good, yeah. Grab 2 for 20% off there. We've got a few clubs that are going to send some fighters down, which will be good just to fill out the brackets a little bit more. I think for Grapplix, I mean, for young subs, it's kind of established now. We've been going for a year, and it's nice because you got that super show. Where Grapplix will be more of map time, get the kids more of a league, if you will. Give them the map time, get them used to the rule set. It will take a little bit of time to build. We know that. We understand that. We know what we need to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, with young subs and submission series, we spoke after the show in Essex, and there is a few things. I won't mention what we need to do, but there is a few things that we want to touch up on, tidy up on. The pay-per-view, things like that. Constantine socks maybe on the mat, Smooch.
I mean, they give some hard life socks or something.
That's the top of the list.
Submission series socks or something. Do you know
His
what I mean?
fucking feet are that big; it would cost about £10,000 in material.
No, we want to, kick the referees out and a few little things. But Grapplix is because it's obviously a little blend of BJJ but also MMA. It's we've only been going for a few months, and I think for us at the minute we've kind of noticed that a lot of the fighters, because they know each other, they don't really want to face each other in the divisions. Not so much with the adults, because the adults kind of just go out there and battle it out. It's map time, it's testing their skills. But with the kids, they are close. So for us, it's how do we get more gyms involved now? I think that's the next steps and really push it. I
I think
think
it'll
people.
come in time, like you said. It's only our second show. The last one, the last one we did in Burnley. Again, some tremendous fights. A few other gyms that have jumped on, new gyms that are starting to jump on. So we're starting to see different talent pools getting together, which hopefully in the next few shows you know, we'll get a lot more from the different towns and cities, and that's where it'll start to make it really exciting as well, you know, because Grapplix, again, it's a great format, it's cool, it's got like the music and, you know, the dimmed lighting and stuff like that, so it's different to all the other shows, and that's what Dion, you know, has been doing lately, you know, going out there to provide something a bit different and, you know, something fresh, which I think a lot of the other shows are lacking that, you know. But it's all a learning curve, and what we're learning, and we'll take these points on board and just keep making it better and better every time, you know. So within the next 4 or 5 shows, it should be, you know, it'll be phenomenal. We're putting the work in, all of us together, you know, the refs, the yourselves, Sturm, you know, you do a great job with and Fraser and all these other people that have in the background that sometimes don't get all the you know, all the praise and whatnot, but they're out there working hard, you know, from morning till night, getting home at God knows what time, knackered the next day, but, you know, putting on great shows for these kids to, you know, start their careers and you know, get better and better. So it's Grapplix is definitely going to grow, like Young Subs did. You know, that started. I've looked at it now. It's phenomenal. So you know,
Yeah. I think Mooch, I think Grapplix is a nice stepping stone for Young Subs. You know,
of
it's
course, yeah,
multiple mats. It's not so much pressure. Obviously, being the only fighter once, you know, you got the
And plus
spotlights,
plus
and it's
it's
fun.
cheaper as well. It's cheaper, you know, to enter. I mean, I think a lot of the, especially for the kids now, you know, like I won't mention any brands or nothing because they're all doing a good job. But like, it's expensive to enter some of these competitions, and some of these kids are wanting to compete every other weekend, and like God knows how the parents can afford it because it's really expensive. But with Grapplix, like what Dion's doing is, if you want to enter, you can enter many different divisions and stuff as well. Once you're paid, if you want to do 4 or 5 divisions, we want you to jump on and just get as many fights as you can, get some experience. You know what I mean? Whereas a lot of the other shows will charge you per division and all that shit, which is like.
Yeah.
You know, you're there. Let them fight. You know, they've already paid the money. Let them fight. Get as much experience
Yeah,
as they can. That's what we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
Dean,
good.
what's
It's
it
good.
been like?
The round robin format's nice as well, isn't it, Mooch? Because you know we've always said, you know, you could travel a few hours depending on where you come from, and you know you could lose straight away. You're going home, where we didn't want that, you know, because you could be in a division where you got 3, 4, 5 guys. You know, you might beat 4 of them, but you might get a tough round, you know, the first one, and that's it. You're packing your bags. So, like you said, it's mat time, but you'll know when you go to these grappling events, they're very fun. They are very fun days out.
Yeah, I mean the last one was great. Look, some of the matches were phenomenal. Some of the talent again was phenomenal. You know, like watching. So you know, obviously our refereeing some of the matches, and yeah, it was, you know, it was really really good. So we're hoping for a few
It's
more
nice
great
because,
fights in Liverpool.
yeah, and you get different styles as well. We've noticed. I mean, in Burnley, we saw a lot of traditional jiu-jitsu. We saw a lot of judo throws. There's a lot of, you know, different things thrown in there. You know, it's good. It tests you. It's good.
Dean, what's it been like the last year and a half? I mean, certainly since obviously the submission series was one thing, but with the introduction of young subs, I mean, it was a risk. We all knew, man. I remember we were all talking about it at the very beginning, saying it's a risk. Do you know what I mean? But we saw the rewards. We saw what was going to happen. We saw what the outcome was going to be, what it was going to be for the kids, the coaches, the gyms all over the UK and stuff like that. So we saw the vision, we saw the future, so to say. Do you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
obviously we went with young subs, and it's been phenomenal. I mean, young subs has probably got the biggest pool of the best jiu-jitsu or best grapplers, the junior grapplers than anywhere else in the UK. I mean, there's nobody can pull a show together the way young subs can.
I think we
It's
wanted to
set the
give the kids a
standard, hasn't it?
chance. Yeah, and the thing is, like, if you don't try something, Stu, you
Yeah,
fail anyway. You know, we've always had the attitude as in we're going to go out there and we're going to put on a show. Don't get me wrong, you need the fighters, you need the parents, and you need the coaches because
yeah,
regardless what your plans are, you can put up a show. But if you're not got the support, it's not going to happen. That's just the reality, right? So we're very grateful for the support, and I know we mention it a lot, but it doesn't go unnoticed, and we'll keep mentioning it because at the end of the day, without obviously the loyal support that we've got, we wouldn't be here. And
Yeah.
at the same time, we're trying to pay that back because for us, you know, we want to put on shows, we want to give the next generation coming through a chance to have a bit of a fast track, if you will, in regards to the rule set and stuff. Because you've got to keep in mind, in a few years' time, these kids, you know, when they've won belts on young subs, they're going to be gunning for belts on submission TVs. You know,
Sure,
and
they already are. We're already
yeah,
starting to see that transition now.
Yeah.
Little Megan the other week. Megan jumped off young subs, went on the subs and got a gold medal on each. You know,
Yeah.
Megan McCrossan. So that was great to see. You know, little Megan, who she'd had a couple of losses as well. You know, she'd had some tough battles, and then
Aye.
she went back to the drawing board. She come back better, stronger. She got a win on that, and then she jumped on. I think it was somebody pulled out, didn't she? So she ended up
yeah.
jumping
No,
on.
Mooch, she was
Uh,
incredible. She won on
Yeah.
young subs, and then
Yeah.
someone pulled out skin infection, and she literally jumped in. Must have been with 30 minutes notice. Won double
Moments
gold.
notice, yeah.
Yeah,
And beat a good adult who gave
yeah,
her a weight advantage and everything. I mean, she was really
Yeah.
emotional. I was talking to her afterwards. She was really emotional. But I said to her, "You just got to believe in yourself," and that's what this show's doing. It's making young kids now realise that they can believe in themselves, go on to do better things. Like all the kids from Liverpool and that, they're gonna be superstars, and it's great that we've been part of that.
All I remember the Megan Crossan one was when she won the pint glass, the plastic tumbler.
Luckily, it was
You know,
back plastic. Yeah.
plastic tumbler just getting thrown across the mat, and it was a friend. A
yeah,
friend was so emotional. Do you know what I mean? Because do you know what I mean? Her
Yeah.
friends are like Megan's friends are just like every kid that comes on. I mean, their friends are so invested in them. They're so right behind them, and when they win, all their friends are so over the moon for them, and that's what
Yeah.
Megan's friend. And I remember that Megan come over and saying, "Oh, listen, really sorry," and stuff like that. Do you know what, Megan? That happens, man. Do you know what I mean? It happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and then
She's
they
passionate
were
in
all
it.
in the corner crying. Do you know what I mean? So, but not just
Yeah.
Megan. I mean, Leighton Zakora, Morgan Wilkinson's now done the step over. He's now, do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 wins at the weekend in
Yeah.
Essex as well. On both
Isn't it
shows.
great though
So,
now that we've given them a platform
yeah,
to
yeah,
go from the youth like sort of series into the adult series, and now they're going to be scary because these kids are coming through 17, 18 with a lot of experience because they've had multiple fights on sub series
yeah,
in young subs, so they're not walking onto submission series as like beginners. They're really experienced.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
they've had a lot of experience in the young
yeah.
subs. So some of these kids are coming after the adults, and you're going to see some big upsets. I think in the near future, definitely with the talent that's coming through, it's phenomenal.
Two of the kids, I remember two of the kids was Eddie K. Eddie K was on I remember Northern Submission Series, 16-year-old. Ben Swainston was on Northern Submission Series, 16-year-old, man. Do you know what I mean? And they were beating adults, do you know what I mean, at 16-year-old, 15,
Look at them
16.
now,
So,
winning European titles and this,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
the other. It's
Yeah,
phenomenal. Isn't
so
it?
yeah, I mean, as I say, there's got to be a few adults out there on the submission series scene looking at this kid show and thinking, I don't want any piece of them kids, man. Not a chance.
No.
That's it. You got to give them the platform, Stu. You know, it keeps kids off the street. It gives them something to focus on, motivate
Yeah.
them, and you just, if we can play a small part, you just don't know what it leads to, man. It's good, and like you said, the adults. I mean, me and Mooch are putting together a bit of a dream card for September, aren't we? In regards to the out show, battle of the belts in as many divisions as possible. We've already got some really good names on it. It's going to be exciting. That's back at the Fed in Newcastle. And then we're looking at another Liverpool one, possibly Ireland later on in the year. So, yeah. But for us, the long-term goal, we want to expand into Europe. That's got to be the goal. It has to be. We need
What
to
about
give obviously the kids the platform to do that.
yeah? What about the introduction of an OMF belt, an old motherfucker belt? Do
There's
you know what
only
I mean?
one man taking that.
There,
You know he's taking
there
that.
has to be an OMF belt. There has to
We
be.
need to find someone for Mooch because I don't think you'll last long, Stu. You
But
need to get back in the
let's say
gym
that.
first.
I mean,
You wouldn't even be able to climb on the
guy.
stage.
He fought that guy in Essex. That guy was about 40-year-old. Do you know what I mean? He was about 40, was he? I'm sure he was about 40.
Yeah.
43, I think. Yeah, somewhere around
Yeah.
there.
So listen, obviously an OMF belt. I mean, you would obviously set a limit for it. What age are you going to do it? I would say over 40. Do you know what I mean? Anybody over 40? Do you know what I mean? OMF belt, man. Do you know what I mean? Because Mooch is like who's the 85 kilo champion submission series?
85.
Yeah. It's not Jake Smiley, is it?
No,
I
we
definitely ain't
have
fighting Jake Smiley. That's for sure.
No, Jake Smiley's the BMF.
Jake Smiley's 80. Ross Lowry, I want to say. Yeah,
Right. So
Ross Lowry 85.
you
And
couldn't
then
put Mooch in
Josh
against
Winston
Ross
with
Lowry.
90, wasn't he?
No.
Yeah. So you couldn't
No,
put
we
him in
want
against
to
Ross
go
Lowry.
with 2 senior belts. Obviously, want to get Mooch in for one, which should be good. I think maybe Loz and Tom just because they've done a lot for the show.
Yeah.
You know,
But we've
I think
also that's
been
another
nice in
good thing to
Liverpool.
point out. What Dion did on the last show, we had a few of the black, like we had quite a few black belts on the show, and they're putting some great performances like Dom Sakura, and we had Lee Whitehead and a few other guys from what's his name, Carlson Gracie Hull. You know, older guys that are still coming out there, putting in the work and putting on phenomenal performances. So we also people. I think sometimes I know I'm an older guy, so yeah, I'm going to say that, but like. We sort of get forgotten about on these sub-onlys now. It's not just all about the kids as well. You know, we were there before all these kids. You know what I mean? So it's still nice to get the.
Mitch, are you making this all about you? Are you making this all about you?
I want that belt.
Look, never mind the kids, never mind my beer. I want a belt.
You bottled it.
What's Mel saying there, Steve?
So,
Question about the
question
camp.
from Mel, just saying, question about the camp. Is there any other activities to do? So things like yoga that happening externally or in the paddle club that I can access. Also, any childcare facilities for under fives, or will this info come out later? Because again, there's going to be maybe adults that are going to be coming over with their kids, and I mean the kids are not doing the young subs training, but the adult might be doing their training. So, is there any way for the kids to go and stuff like that?
So with the adults at paddle, because we're getting charged per person and a fee, they do get access to the gym for the week. In regards to the kids, yeah, we did mention this. We mentioned about putting on some yoga sessions. We're not going to confirm yet, but we did speak about this. Mooch, I think we mentioned about running on the beach, tug of war, just different stuff to keep things interesting and activity wise.
Yeah, well, we'll do that on. We're going to do that on the day after the comp. We're going to have some fun on the beach. You know, we can do some beach wrestling. You know, we can do, like I say, tug of war, some team games and stuff. Yeah, we'll have a right laugh. But most of it will involve drinking alcohol as well.
Mel's just saying it feels intimidating. The camps do feel intimidating, but they're really not. They are all about fun. They're just fun.
I've got mates at GT Race as well, which will be nice for everyone to go. Nice place to hang out, not charging anyone. It's it's all comped. That's got a nice bar area. Everyone can have a few drinks and stuff. Talk about stories of the week, because we've always said, Mooch, you meet probably the best people when you're away, because everyone's in a good mood, sun's out, you're having a good laugh.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. I mean, for the older guys, you've got obviously the beach clubs, some of the best in Europe. Really, really good.
I mean, you've got
castles, which is great Italian.
I was shocked how smart it was as well. Marbella is just blow away really down in the port, and that it's something else. There's a lot of stuff to do as well.
There's something for everyone. If you want to do paddle, you want to go out on the yacht for the day, you can hire a boat. It's good when you get a good few of you, because everything's cheaper as well. Everyone just chips in a little bit.
What was that one? 8 hours for €500,000. I'm going to get that one. I'll put it on Stoom's credit card.
Is that the one you've got, Dion?
I was going to say, you paying for everyone?
It's going on Stoom's credit card.
I don't know. Last time I checked, there was a private jet there going to Stoom. I don't know. I've not seen it, so I don't know. I don't know what he's on about, but
Mel's just saying you need a Mel is hard life T-shirt. Mel is hard.
Got one.
That's what she's saying.
Oh, she needs one that says harder than Mooch. That's what she needs.
And she's also saying Marbella's too posh for Mooch.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
It is. I agree with that. We went out with these poses for a drink, didn't we, that night in there? I can't remember what it was. And these were all done up, and I'm stood there with my Hard Life T-shirt and my trainers on. And John Terry and all that walks in. I felt like, what I mean? I was like, oh, God.
Let's say, oh, yeah, this is my granddad, go easy on him.
He doesn't get out very often, guys. He doesn't get out. So, but no, final words then. Mooch, we'll start with you. Final word for you.
Yeah, I think everybody should get booked up. This is going to be a phenomenal camp. We're going to have sunshine, top training. Like you say, you've got access to like the paddle club and that. The gym's phenomenal. We were like just blown away at the size and the scale of it. You've got the MMA cages, there's gymnastic areas, the gym itself is phenomenal. There's a beautiful cafe and that there, with nice food and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a fantastic week. There's some great people coming. So if anybody's thinking about it, I know it's going to cost a few quid, but you're going to be going on all day. Why not come to Marbella and experience that? You can still have. We still have plenty of time on the beaches and that. You don't. What we're also doing as well is giving people the options of when they want to train. There's 7 hours through the day. If you want to come and get it over and done with early in the morning, then get on the beach with the family. That's great. Or if you want to go on the beach first and then come and so like you say, it's not like you're henpecked into doing certain things. You can still have a nice holiday as well with the family as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. So yeah, get booked up, guys. We're going to have a ball.
Yeah. What about yourself, Dion? Final words for you.
Just a big thanks to everyone that's already following us on this journey from day one. I don't just mean the camp itself. The big support from the coaches. A lot of work going on behind the scenes.
Parents need a big pat on the back for that because, without, especially with the kids, some of the parents are phenomenal the way they follow them about week in, week out and must, spend a lot of time and money on them. Some parents are the unsung heroes, I think.
Yeah, no, you're right. They've got the capes, haven't they? The coaches do a lot of work behind the scenes with us, and it's a lot of work matching the parents. The travel. I mean, there's probably an event on every week now. You can't miss it. We talk about it all the time. You can't miss shows now. It's nearly impossible. So the parents, obviously, a lot of traveling, accommodation, fuel, this and that. And then the kids, they're always excited. They show the personalities. They support the brand, which we appreciate. And like you say, the holiday, there's something for everyone. The kids are going to have a great time. The parents, they can have a few beers, can enjoy the sun, the beach. There's something for everyone. And we'll put a lot of things on as well. We'll drop more information. We've still got 4 months to go, so we will keep, leave dropping.
Can we have one of them things where you sit Stoom on a chair and throw sponges at him and drop him in the water?
We're going to put Stoom on the banana boat.
I want to throw things at Stoom.
Remember, there'll be a load of young subs kids there, man. Do you know what I mean? So that's my army.
No, big thanks to the kids. Yeah, we've had probably around about 70 kids already sign up that's already paid, and we've got a lot of obviously Spanish that are going to be there to fight them, and we've got a lot more from the UK going in. So there will definitely be fights. 100% there will be fights. Get yourselves there, obviously, and make those memories because it's going to be a lot of fun. So big love, big thanks to everyone, and we'll have to put up with Mooch for a week, I guess.
But it's going to be great, guys. So Marbella, 24th of August to the 28th of August. Obviously, if you're looking to go, hit up Young Subs or the Submission Series page. Okay, get all the information. They'll send the information over to you. It's also on the website as well, anyway. So the information's on the website there.
You can also pay in installments, which is another advantage of is it Clan or whatever it's called?
Kalana, yeah. So you don't need to pay up
front.
in
installments. You don't have to pay all up front. I mean, we've still got 4 months to go. So if you just want to put a deposit down and then chip away like that, then it's not as harsh on it. You know what I mean? So get booked up, guys.
Definitely get booked up, man. There's some fantastic.
Well, if there's any questions or anything people want to know, just drop us a message. Because we're taking June, July off with events anywhere for the summer. Once we've got Grapplix out of the way in 2 weeks, we're just going to be focusing on matching, which you are going to see over the next few weeks as well. Put some fights together. We're talking to Patrick every day now, trying to get all the details, and then we'll send it across to the UK coaches and try and get some flyers out, which will be good. But if anyone's got any questions, you know where we are. We're always, quick on, and we'll get it answered. Not a problem.
Definitely, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Remember Grapplix next month, Liverpool. Make sure you do get signed up for that as well. So again, obviously we'll be putting posts up throughout the next couple of weeks as well. So, but definitely get signed up for that. And yeah, listen, Young Subs, man. We'll see you all in Marbella.
Let's go. Thanks, Stu. Appreciate you having us.
Thanks, Stu. See you later, guys. Have a good weekend, everyone. Take care, man.